for a Ford Explorer and $2,000 cash, plus another cash giveaway at 1 a.m. Earn entries throughout December to win big on New Year's Eve.
Hi, you know me. I'm Karen from the Hearing House. Have you noticed there's a lot of talk about hearing aids lately? That's because they improved so much. Our clients tell us things are clearer, more natural sounding, music sounds better, and they hear better in background noise. But wait, that's not all. They love the Bluetooth streaming with their smartphones and their TVs. If you want to learn about better hearing, call the Hearing House. Hearing aids are all we do, so we do it right.
Up to 80% off list prices during our huge inventory reduction sale at Slumberland Furniture. $20 million worth of merchandise must go. Lowest prices around on mattresses, rugs, bar stools, sectionals, accent chairs, and more at Slumberland Furniture.
Straight ahead, an early Christmas present for snowmobilers. We'll hear from a rider on opening day, plus a massive spending bill now to Biden's desk. We'll hear what's included in it. And a moose on the loose is rescued from cold waters. We'll have the details as your local news starts right now.
News Watch 12 with Dan Hagan and Conrad Sapinski.
Good evening and welcome to News Watch 12. I am Dan Hagan. I'm joined by meteorologist Conrad Sapinski. Conrad, you were right. It's cold and it's windy out there.
It's very cold and windy with that light, fluffy snow, Dan. It's very low visibilities outside. So driving-wise, I would not recommend for anybody. But yeah, taking a look outside right now, it's definitely a low visibilities. Some places have close to 1 mile to 2 miles visibility all across the state. So it's looking very treacherous, especially if you're traveling anywhere around. Get ready for that, as every place around town is going to have really treacherous road conditions and low visibilities all around. Feels like temperature at around 18 to 20 to 25 in some spots. Earlier, it was close to 30, so now it is a little bit lighter, but still it is treacherous outside. This is no joke, folks. Wind gusts close to 40 to 45 miles an hour in some spots. Tonight into tomorrow, that's going to continue. Then later on in the day on Christmas Eve, we'll finally start to have some decreasing winds. Right now, some cloudy skies, but with all that light, fluffy snow blowing around, it feels like it's snowing with those snow drifts really piling up at the houses, by the doors. Get ready, more of that is to come overnight tonight. It's going to get cold as well. So not only is it going to be windy, but we'll have temperatures hovering close to 0 degrees once again, with some feels like temperatures close to 30 degrees below zero. Dan?
The House January 6th committee unveiled its formal report after an 18-month investigation into former President Donald Trump. The 800-page report details what led the panel to recommend 4 criminal charges against Trump. It details how Trump was a catalyst for the violent attack on the Capitol on January 6th and how he made efforts to overturn a free and fair election. The committee recommended barring Trump from ever holding office again. The House passed the massive $1.7 trillion spending bill just ahead of tonight's deadline. The bill includes billions of dollars in child nutrition programs, emergency funding for Ukraine, and defense spending. It also includes the Electoral Count Reform Act, which clarifies the vice president cannot overturn election results. Biden is expected to sign the bill soon. Earlier today, President Biden did sign the $858 billion National Defense Authorization Act into law. The massive spending bill would give service members a pay raise and fund additional support for Ukraine and Taiwan. It also ends the U.S. military's COVID-19 vaccine mandate. The Senate passed the act last week with bipartisan support. The week before, the measure passed the House. Now to some state politics. Wisconsin Republicans in the legislature are divided over whether to push for rape and incest exceptions to the state's abortion ban. Republican Assembly Speaker Robin Vos signaled he will push for those exceptions. That puts him at odds with Republican Senate Majority Leader Devin LeMahieu, who does not support those exceptions. Democrat Governor Evers favors getting rid of the ban altogether, and it's unclear if he would sign an exception bill in the unlikely chance it passes the Senate and Assembly. An $8.3 million grant is looking to help Wisconsin schools find and retain nurses. The Wisconsin Department of Health Services recently announced that grant for K-12 schools. Wisconsin's statute doesn't require a full-time nurse within each school building, and in most cases, there's just one nurse for an entire district. The shortage of nurses in Wisconsin is a long-term trend that was made worse by the COVID-19 pandemic. The Wisconsin Hospital Association projects there will be a shortage of 20,000 nurses across the state by 2035. The grant also establishes a pipeline for students who want to become nurses. With the cold temperatures in the air, a lot of vehicles that were struggling to start now aren't starting at all. When temperatures drop, a car's oil can get thicker, which causes the car to work sluggishly. Batteries can also suffer in the cold. The lower the temperature, the more difficult it is for the battery to give off enough of a charge. Northwoods Autotech's owner Paul Marquardt says this can cause your car to just not start.
Most of the time now, they don't start for a couple of reasons. One is that the battery has failed. The other reason is lack of maintenance.
Tire pressure is another thing to watch out for. It can make driving less predictable on the roads when your tires aren't inflated properly. And while a big bill from an auto mechanic can be intimidating, some maintenance issues can be postponed.
If you know, and sometimes you may not be able to afford to fix it all at one shot. Talk to your shop, talk to your service advisors, and they'll help guide you prior to what needs to be taken care of today, what can be deferred to a later date.
Marquardt says bringing in your car before it completely stops working can lead to a smaller bill. The Rhinelander Lions Club is hosting a community Christmas dinner on Sunday. People can either drive up to Triggs Deli Express entrance between 11:30 and 1 or have it delivered. The deadline, though, to request home delivery is tomorrow, so call the number on your screen if you'd like to make a home delivery. The food is free, but there will be an opportunity to donate. Turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, corn, gravy, cookies will all be included in the meal. Well, Christmas came early for snowmobilers in the Northwoods today. Riders from Tomahawk to Land O'Lakes hit the trails, and some local businesses are already feeling the boost. Newswatch 12's Kevin Kraft has more.
Well, opening day, it's always an exciting day for us.
Snowmobile season across many areas of the Northwoods began today. And despite the chilly temperatures this morning, there were still some riders that wanted to get out for some early season riding.
It's opening day. We have to be out.
Jason Kelly lives in London, England, and is visiting family here in the Northwoods. He likes snowmobiling because it brings families together.
Spending time with family. Obviously, it's Christmas, so having opening day and Christmas together is extra special. And just getting out, enjoying the fresh air is going to be fantastic.
President of the Hodag Snowmobilers Club, Jim Youngers, is excited for the season getting going before Christmas.
When you can get open before Christmas, it's a big bonus for everybody.
Those benefiting that the trails open today include local businesses.
I'm glad they're open.
Carol Levenitz from Cabaret Cove in Rhinelander says an early start to the riding season is a big boost.
It just gives us business and the people coming into Rhinelander more business.
With so many trails that are opening around the Northwoods, Younger says that it gives more access to riders and businesses.
The more areas that are open around your county makes it busier.
While happy to be open, Youngers adds that the trails are still in early riding condition and that there may be some wet spots on the trails. He also wants everyone to have a safe riding season. Reporting in the Northwoods, Kevin Kraft, Newswatch 12.
A local community center is encouraging healthy activities during the holidays. We'll learn more about Elf on the Wall after Weather with Conrad right here on Newswatch 12.
Celebrate home for the holidays at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Save up to 30% off appliances like this Bosch dishwasher, now only $549. Plus special financing for 5 years, no money down. Only at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
Ready, Dad?
All charged up.
This holiday season, Ford wants to help you shine bright with a special offer. Now choose from a great selection of new Ford vehicles in stock and ready for delivery. Or place a custom order on select Ford vehicles, lock in your rate, and you're protected.
I'm proud of you, kid.
And that's how Ford is helping you shine bright. This season, get into a 2022 Explorer SUV with 2.9% financing for 60 months at your local Ford dealer and shine bright.
Weatherstone Cabinetry and Design thanks you for your business this year and wishes you a Merry Christmas. Have a safe and happy holiday season.
Sweetwater Spirits and Resort in Eagle River thanks you for your business and wishes you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Wisconsin Rapids Area Convention and Visitors Bureau wishes you and your loved ones a very happy holiday season and a prosperous new year.
Northwoods Firearms in Crandon. We sell anything freedom. Firearms, ammunition, parts, and accessories. We buy, sell, and trade all types of firearms. We specialize in custom-built rifles and fully equipped setup hunting rifles. Silencer shop power dealer with kiosk. Factory trained and certified Cerakote applicator. We handle all types of firearms transfers as well as NFA weapon deals. Our focus is on you and delivering one-of-a-kind products. Embrace your freedom at Northwoods Firearms in Crandon.
Celebrate home for the holidays at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Save up to 30% off appliances like this Bosch dishwasher, now only $549. Plus special financing for 5 years, no money down. Only at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
Well, Conrad, we've been bracing for this, and man, It is cold and windy outside.
Yes, it has arrived. The day has come.
Well, thankfully, we have a very brave reporter here. Her name is Serenity Douglas, and she's going to be joining us from Hodag Park in Rhinelander. Serenity, I hope you're staying warm out there.
Dan, it's definitely very difficult to stay warm. We have below freezing temperatures out here. And not only is it snowing a little bit, it's windy. And that makes it even worse because the snow gets thrown in your face. You don't like it at all. This is definitely different from Texas and Georgia. I don't wish I was there right now either because it's pretty cold there too. But behind me, you see these beautiful Christmas lights. It's definitely getting me into Christmas spirits. And deep in there is the Boom Lake. Right now, you can't see it. It's a little bit dark, but all in all, it's a good sight to see. I'm live here in Hodag Park. Serenity Douglas, Newswatch 12.
Thank you, Serenity, and thank you for keeping a smile on your face for your assignment outside. But Conrad, I mean, she's not kidding, especially on the lake there.
Yeah, she's absolutely not kidding. It is brutal outside. I know we're up in the Northwoods. You might think you could handle it, but it is extremely dangerous outside. Taking a look outside right now, take a look at this picture I took earlier today. The visibilities are low, very, very low. We had visibilities close to 0 outside all across the area. I could barely see in front of me with all that light, fluffy snow blowing around, and now winds are even stronger. It's actually starting to increase with visibilities continuing to decrease. Some places have 1 to 2 mile visibilities in town. That's not because it's snowing from the clouds. That's because that light, fluffy snow is getting blown around with all that wind outside. 15 to 25 mile per hour sustained winds, gusting close to 35 to 40, some places even 45 miles per hour, especially if you're closer to the lake where there's a lot more open areas. But yes, wind gusts will continue tonight into tomorrow. It's Christmas Eve tomorrow, but yes, it's going to be a windy one and a very cold one. So if you have family and friends here in the Northwoods, make sure they're prepared and layered up as it's going to feel very cold. Wind chills close to 30 degrees below 0 tomorrow. And then finally by Christmas Day, winds start to die down and it's going to be a bit better. Temperatures outside right now closer to 0. Yes, 0 degrees, that's that temperature right now. Feels like temperatures anywhere from 20 to 30 below 0, so it's feeling dangerously cold outside. 10 minutes of exposed skin. If you're shoveling, maybe even going to your car to warm up your car, scraping off all that ice, 10 minutes of exposed skin, and that will cause some frostbite. I was out there for minutes, and I was starting to feel my hands getting numb. But that cold front, that very sharp cold front, made its way all the way south. Look at Jacksonville, Florida, 41. Tampa is even in the 40s right now. Texas had some single digits and some teens yesterday. Today, they're in the teens and 20s, so very, very cold temperatures. Denver, Colorado had a cooling temperature of around 37 degrees in just 1 hour. Just think about how sharp and cold that cold front really is. But I got some good news, folks. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. Temperatures will be warming up. It's frigid outside right now, but it's going to get nice and warm. We'll have some 30s, even possibly close to 40 degrees by next weekend, and that means On New Year's, it's going to be a nice and slushy mess outside with all that snow and then warmer temperatures. I know that's not what you snowmobilers want to hear. Cloudy skies right now, a couple of flurries in the area, but that lake effect snow machine is starting to get cranked up right now. There's a lot of advisories all across the country. Warnings, advisories, blizzard warnings, even down south. We have some freeze warnings out. It's cold. That's how you know how cold it is, folks. That all the way down south by the coast, there's temperatures closer to the freezing mark and even below that. Here in town, though, we have some winter weather advisories till around 6 p.m. tomorrow. That's because of all that wind blowing that snow around, and we actually will have some more snow showers tonight into the day tomorrow as that lake effect snow will be in full effect. Our futurecast does show, especially in the UP, though, that snow will be lingering. It's going to be pretty heavy at times, blowing around near blizzard conditions in some spots. Not here in town, though. Tonight, though, temperatures will be hovering close to 0 degrees. So pretty much right now is our low temperature, with temperatures slightly starting to increase overnight, but not much. That wind will increase as well as that low pressure system continues to push out of the area. So it's going to get cold, windy. It's going to be a whole bunch of everything, a whole wintry mess outside. Tomorrow, though, Christmas Eve, no 80s outside like in Florida, but hey, it is going to get cold. It's going to be windy, some snow showers in the area. If you have family from Florida, good luck, folks. Our 7-day outlook brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress does get a lot better. By Christmas Day, we have lots of sunshine. Temperatures still on the colder end, but look at next week, though. Middle to end of next week, temperatures will finally start to warm up back into the 30s with a whole big mess, wintry mix into end of next week. Dan?
Flu season hit harder and faster than normal this year, and while flu activity is still high, it has decreased for the second week in a row. New CDC data shows roughly 21,000 new hospitalizations last week. That's down from a high of more than 26,000 2 weeks ago, the week after Thanksgiving. Respiratory virus activity is still high or very high in nearly every state, including Wisconsin, and it could get worse with holiday travel and gatherings. The CDC estimates at least 18 million illnesses, 190,000 hospitalizations, and 12,000 deaths from the flu this season. You've probably heard of Elf on the Shelf, but the Forest County Potawatomi Community Center created Elf on the Wall to highlight a week of healthy activities. Staff members have created family-friendly programs for anyone to challenge themselves during the holiday break. These challenges include Elf on a Wall, Build a Snowman, and Build a Teddy Bear. All of these games take place on the rock wall, where participants climb to specific spots and retrieve items. These activities are designed to make people test their physical and mental abilities.
So many different muscles when you're climbing, so obviously physically it's a very demanding sport, but also just mentally, once you get to the top of that wall, you overcome challenges and you're like, wow, I can do this.
The rock wall is open for anyone over the age of 3 in all experience levels. The wall is staffed with attendants to make sure people are safe and have a good time.
Pretty awesome to have the boulder features. Lots of times if you got a climbing wall, it's literally a wall and you just have the handholds.
Other activities happening over the break include expanded pool and water slide hours, cookie baking and decorating, and a bounce house. With schools on break, the additional programming and hours help provide parents a space where kids can stay active and warm. These hours and more information about activities can be found on the Community Center website and Facebook page. Caught on camera, a moose struggled to stay afloat after getting trapped in icy water. Esther Bauer reports on the effort to save the wild animal.
It was tense.
The tension mounted by the minute. This moose was trying her hardest to stay afloat as its baby calf watched helplessly from the shore.
It was so hard. It was just prayerful all the time.
That's all Paula and Bill could do from their deck as they called for help and prayed for a miracle.
We typically don't do a lot of rescuing animals out of the ice because it's too risky for human safety.
The conditions came together. It was safe enough for officers to try as firefighters watched nearby to make sure no one fell in. It took over 5 hours, numerous lassos, and all the strength they had to pull this moose to shore. It recovered in Officer Erickson's arms for a bit and was back on her feet soon after. deserve.
It's a Christmas miracle at our house.
The Gilberts aren't taking this rescue for granted, and we shouldn't either. Don't ever try to help an animal on your own in a situation like this. This rescue could have had a different ending if safety wasn't the driving force.
Some Wisconsinites have seen some unexplainable activity in the skies this December. Coming up, we'll take a look at some possible unidentified flying objects.
Hi, I'm Dr. Justin Scher, DC with the Spinal Aid Center of Wausau. Are you one of the millions of people suffering with the symptoms of peripheral neuropathy? Your symptoms may include numbness and tingling in your feet or hands, difficulty sleeping from leg or foot discomfort, and debilitating balance problems. I have good news for you. You can now get relief with our breakthrough treatment method without the use of drugs or surgery. Our treatments help to heal damaged nerves that cause peripheral neuropathy. If left untreated, you may eventually end up with a walker or wheelchair, so don't delay. Call our office now to schedule an appointment to see if our treatment methods are right for you. We will do a painless neuropathy severity exam to determine the amount of nerve loss. If you qualify for our treatment, it can truly change your life. Start living your life pain-free. Call today.
Listen, Carm, Mrs. Claus usually trims me up the night before Christmas, but she's too busy. Can you please help me out?
No problem, Santa. I got this. This is easier than building Achoo!
Ho, ho, oh no, what did you do to my beard? Bad things happen. That's why you need good insurance. Relax, Santa. I've got you covered. I'm going to set a record flight time. When Santa needs help, he calls the agents at Marshfield Insurance. Have a Merry Christmas, and don't forget to insure those new toys.
9 million acres of forest, 1,700 miles of continuous shoreline, 4,300 lakes, 12,000 miles of streams, more than 300 waterfalls, 15 counties, 2 time zones, and 1 area code. Welcome to the Upper Peninsula. Welcome to 906 Outdoors. For your connection to the UP, watch 906 Outdoors Saturday mornings at 7:30.
You expect to see a lot of lights during the holidays, right? But some Wisconsinites saw some lights speeding through the sky. UFO investigators have been looking into what the bright white lights that several locals saw moving around the sky could be. And by locals, I mean Wisconsinites. Around 6:40 p.m. on December 2nd, Chris Nowak of Mukwonago took this video of a bluish-purple hue in the sky. About 10 seconds later, a white light came from that and then shot towards the clouds. But this wasn't an isolated incident. Kimberly in West Bend took another video at around 10:45, we'll get to it soon, where white lights were swirling around. This story comes to us from the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. While most people already have a Christmas tree up and decorated, for those that don't, there is still an opportunity. Home Depot in Rhinelander is giving away the remainder of their Christmas tree stock. The store decided to give away the trees to assist those fallen on hard times, as well as show appreciation to the community as a whole. The trees are being sold on a first-come, first-served basis, and there are only around 20 trees left. NORAD says that the bomb cyclone hitting North America isn't expected to impact St. Nick's global travels. The North American Aerospace Defense Command is responsible for monitoring and defending the skies above North America, but the Colorado Springs-based agency also tracks Santa, which allows people to follow his Christmas journey. The agency this year plans to have about 1,500 volunteers working on Christmas Eve to field phone calls from children who want to know Santa's location and delivery schedule. NORAD's holiday tradition began in 1955 after a kid mistakenly called a Colorado military command asking to speak to Santa. More calls came in, so the commander on duty assigned an officer to answer these Santa calls, and the tradition took hold. We'll be right back.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Slumberland.
Let's go Christmas shopping at Mills. Find trusted outdoor brands for this season's activities. Get outside and spend time doing the sports you love. Cross-country skiing, snowshoeing, or ice fishing. Or enjoy casual sport clothing for all occasions. Mills Trading Post, a downtown Rhinelander landmark.
Looking for that unique holiday gift? A gift basket from Lake Nokomis Cranberries will brighten anyone's holiday. Custom gift baskets are available online at LakeNokomisCranberries.com or visit the gift shop on County D.
Power tools make great Christmas gifts, and Menards carries the best selection. Dremel has the high-quality tools you need to bring your ideas to life. Right now, buy a Dremel 45-piece rotary toolkit and receive a 36-inch flex shaft attachment for free. Tackle tough projects and get the job done with Bosch cordless power tools. Right now, buy any one of these Bosch power tools and receive the Core 18-volt battery and charger starter kit free instantly.
Save big money at Menards.
Ho, ho, ho! What do you want for Christmas?
Santa, this beaver dam tip-up is very cool.
Make this holiday a handcrafted holiday with Hirschner's, your local craft destination. Visit our winter wonderland. Find great gift ideas, holiday deals, and of course, crafts, yarn, quilting fabric, latch hooks, needlework, holiday decor, and more, including Wisconsin's largest selection of puzzles. As the holidays come near, find what you need here. Hirschner's retail outlet store on Hoover Road, located 1 block west of I-39, Stevens Point.
Visit Ho Chunk Gaming Nakusa to experience exciting action on the hottest slot machines and electronic table games. With big fun, you get bigger rewards while playing with your Rewards Club card. Enjoy special gaming offers, food and entertainment discounts, and more. Hungry? No problem. Escape to the oasis of Swiftwater Lounge for drinks, food, and fun. We'll see you at Ho Chunk Gaming Nakusa, your place to play.
Let's go Christmas shopping at Mills. Find trusted outdoor brands for this season's activities. Get outside and spend time doing the sports you love. Cross-country skiing, snowshoeing, or ice fishing. Or enjoy casual sport clothing for all occasions. Mills Trading Post, a downtown Rhinelander landmark.
If you think it's bad in northern Wisconsin, head to northern New York. That is a stoplight being blown off of its wire there, and there's flooding over there too. It's kind of a crazy situation, Conrad.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this storm is no joke. All across the country, Dan, it's producing lots of significant damage, winds, cold air, even in Florida. Can't get away from that. So, but yeah, taking a look outside here in our state, no joke with these temperatures, folks. The feels like temperature is at around 20 to 30 degrees below zero. That means 10 to 20 minutes of exposed skin will cause frostbite. I know we're in the Northwoods, but this is really no joke as these temperatures are very cold, and that's going to continue tonight into the day tomorrow. So our Christmas Eve is going to be a very cold one. There's going to be some improvements by Christmas Day. Winds at around 15 to 25 miles an hour, gusting close to 40 to 45 miles an hour. Visibilities close to 1 to 3 miles all across the area. Some places have better visibilities, but overall, look at that warm up.